Welcome to the Galapagos Islands. This trip's gonna be a trip of a lifetime aboard the National Geographic Endeavour. We'll have along the way not only wonderful encounters with the ecologically naive fauna, animals, but also we will have beautiful landscapes and also the great company of a wonderful crew and a wonderful staff. Along the week in this expedition, we have many ways to explore the Galapagos. We'll have kayaking, we'll have walks, we'll have snorkeling, you name it, so many things to do. It's a wonderful expedition with many ways to do it. You're visiting one of the most wonderful paradises on Earth. This is the land that influenced the greatest naturalist, Charles Darwin. At the end of the week, you will remember this place forever.
Española is the oldest of the Galapagos. We're talking about 4.5 million years. And a lot of the species you're gonna see on this island are unique just to this visitor site. And this is the only marine iguana in the whole planet. They're about everywhere. This black and white bird right here, another one straight ahead. It's a Nazca booby. It's the largest of the 3 kinds of boobies in Galapagos, and in fact, it's the only endemic subspecies of booby that we have in the islands. Waved albatrosses. This is the only island in the world where they in fact reproduce on Española. In fact, these guys spend most of the time out at sea.
This is the famous post office barrel. It was set here exactly in the same location in the early 1800s. Whoever was ready to go back home passed by this barrel, collecting some correspondence to hand deliver.
This morning, our expedition brought us to Santa Cruz Island. This is the place where we have most of the local institutions that protect the Galapagos Islands, including the Charles Darwin Research Station and the Galapagos National Park. This morning also we will watch the titanic efforts that have been made in order to save the most emblematic animal of the islands, the Galapagos giant tortoises. We as Lindblad Expeditions help a lot these two institutions by donations, by advice, and we have become a powerful force in the conservation of the Galapagos Islands through this commitment to the community and to conservation. The icing of the cake, this wonderful day that we have spent today in Santa Cruz, is the wonderful opportunity to observe, to watch the giant tortoises in their natural habitat. It's fascinating to see them still roaming wild in these highlands. These animals unfortunately suffered a lot in the past. They were decimated. Hundreds of thousands were removed from the islands. We're trying to recover that tortoise dynasty by the many programs of reproduction and repatriation of them to these home, the Galapagos Islands.
Well, a lot of people here in the Galapagos recognize the fact that my father, when he first came here 50 years ago, was really ahead of his time. And one of the things he cared deeply about was how would visitors to the islands and companies who engaged in activities here, how could they help make sure that this place was well managed, that it was properly funded, that the work that needed to be done got done. And he was really at the forefront of this. And the other night, the director of the Galapagos National Park and the director of the Charles Darwin Research Station and the governor of the Galapagos Islands came aboard for dinner, and in a very, very touching and surprising moment, they gave me a medal posthumously awarded to him. It's an honorary ranger of the Galapagos Islands. Only 11 have been given out.
Well, tonight we have a very special occasion. This is a commemoration for life.
The alliance between Lindblad and the Galapagos National Park is not 10 or 20 years ago. Is maybe 40 years ago. This is the way that all the tourism in Galapagos must be.
El Ministerio del Ambiente, a través de la Dirección del Parque Nacional Galápagos, declara a Lars Lindblad guardaparque honorario, en homenaje póstumo a su labor como promotor principal de la alianza estratégica entre Lindblad Expeditions y nuestra institución. Firma el director Walter Bustos Navarrete.
So please, Sven, receive this in the name of your father.
Isabella, Eric, Jeremy, can you come up here?
Sven, have it, please.
Please? This is a big, well, he was a remarkable human being. He came to the United States as a Swedish immigrant in the early 50s. Sorry, this is... I just wish he was here. Anyway, he was a wonderful man. They need a lot for our planet in a multitude of ways. Thank you. It was really, really nice to see that kind of acknowledgement for a man who did so much for this place.
We are going to explore the north face of Santa Cruz Island, known as Dragon's Hills. We don't have dragons here in the Galapagos, but they are best represented by marine and land iguanas. Oh, one is here. There's an old big male. Oh, look at that, he's walking. We have right there a brackish lagoon. Sometimes we can see flamingos and many other migratory shorebirds.
This morning we are at Bartholomew Island, which is a classic example of geology in Galapagos. This is an open book to geology. Volcanoes, lava flows, interesting geological features all over this island. Today our goal is to hike 375 steps all the way up to the top of Bartholomew. Once we get to the top, we will see a beautiful view of North and South Beach and Pinnacle Rock. Once in the water, we were lucky to spot yellow-tailed damselfish. These little guys are very territorial. They will chase away anything that comes close to the rock or the little farm of algae they have. We encountered parrotfish cracking off the coral and then later on pooping the coral out like sand. Some fish were very camouflaged, and one of them was a flat cabrilla with the green colors within the rock. If we dove under into the bottom of the ocean, under the rocks, we were lucky to see white-tipped reef sharks, some of them resting while others swimming, allowing us to get very close to them to enjoy watching these elegant creatures in the ocean. There are large schools of yellow-tailed razor surgeonfish. These guys are vegetarians with a small mouth that eat the algae off the rocks. Giant Panamicushion sea stars standing out with their bright red colors from the bottom of the ocean, while others were pale-looking like the diamond stingrays, a little skittish, swimming away, but we got close enough to get some nice footage.
Genovesa Island, it is probably one of the best places here in the Galapagos to finish our week of exploration. Genovesa Island has one of the largest seabirds colonies. Right here in front of us, we have this red-throat booby. We have 3 species of boobies. And red-throat boobies is the only booby that actually built a nest. And red-throat boobies are the only ones that have prehensile feet. We have a small colony of frigates. Look at this male frigate. That is a male which is just trying to attract the attention of females. That is a sexual attraction.
We have been 1 week around this magical archipelago. What I want you to take home with you after being here with us is that we have a lot of people working to make this world a better one. Think about the islands, think about all of us, and also reflect that into your lives. Thank you for traveling with us with Lindblad Expeditions and National Geographic.